All right, so I just got this message from my buddy, and this is something that happens from time to time. It looks like he wants to buy a house. I think he thinks I'm an agent. So I just wanted to get it on video, the conversation. One sec here, I'm going to give him a call.
Hey Derek, man. Thanks for calling me back so quick.
Hey man, yeah, sure. It looks like you're in the market, huh? You trying to buy a house?
Yeah, actually we are. The wife and I got real excited about something we found out there, and so we were giving you a call so we could put together an offer and get it going, and so we just reached out to you.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for you guys. That's awesome. I'd love to help you a little bit further down the road, but I'm not a real estate agent. You need a real estate agent for that part to put the offer in.
Oh, but you're in real estate, right?
Yeah. I'm in the real estate industry, but I'm in title and escrow. I can help you get title insurance once your offer gets accepted.
Oh, what the is title insurance?
Yeah, I get that question quite a bit actually. If I'm being honest, I had the exact same kinds of questions when I was first asked to come work for a title and escrow company. And in fact, I had to ask a lot of clarifying questions during my interview process just to understand what exactly it was that I was getting into. It seems like most people know what real estate agents do and even have a pretty good understanding of what mortgage lenders do as well, but there's this third party that's been a part of every real estate transaction for at least as long as any of us have been alive, and yet most people don't have the first clue what it is that a title and escrow company actually does. Purchasing title insurance is a standard part of buying or selling a home, and to get a better understanding of what title insurance actually is, I feel like we can do so just by breaking down and answering three simple questions. So first, what is a title? Before you can understand what title insurance is, first you just have to understand what an actual title is. Second, what are we actually looking for? Like, what is the work that we do every day as a title company, and why do you need a whole team of people doing it? And then third, why insurance? Why is an insurance policy even a part of this? Okay, so what is a title? A title is just a piece of paper. It's a legal way of saying that you own the rights to something. You may be familiar with this if you own your car, because if you do, then hopefully you have a piece of paper that says that you own that car. Real estate works the exact same way. A title is a piece of paper that says that you own the rights to a property and you're able to access it. You're able to modify that property as well, and if you'd like to, you can even transfer that ownership on to someone else by signing that title over to them. Number two, what are we looking for? When you decide to sell your home, why is it that you need a whole team of people helping to make sure that it's done right? Shouldn't it just be as simple as saying, I want to sell my home, she wants to buy it, we both sign here on the dotted line, and all done? We both agree. Well, it is and it isn't. Transferring ownership can get really tricky. There's a whole bunch of common things that can happen during the length of time that you do own your home, which can make it difficult or even impossible to be able to cleanly transfer that ownership on to someone new. What if you took out a loan to build a new roof that hasn't been paid off yet? Does that become the new buyer's problem? What if you inherited the property and now that you're ready to sell, one of your relatives is also claiming to own the property? What if 10 years ago, over a couple of beers, you told your neighbor that he could build a small shop and park a couple of cars on a corner of your property you weren't really using anyway? What if you bought a home while you were single, got married and lived in that home with your spouse for 20 years, later got divorced, and now you're ready to sell the property? Who gets to sell it? There's legal reasons why a lot of this just has to be resolved before you can sell your property. But not only that, there's not a buyer on the planet who would want to be handed these kinds of complications the moment that they are handed their keys. So title companies come in and help find all of these what-if scenarios so we know what we're dealing with. And then we help to make sure that any home purchase is legal, safe, and secure for everybody involved. Okay, so last question. Why is it title insurance and not just simply a one-time title search? It takes a ton of expertise and research just to be able to identify which issues are actually going to matter when you're going to sell your house. So why not just trust that process, right? Well, the reality is this. Even if the best title person on the planet tracked down and found 100 issues that you were able to get fixed before you sold your home, all it really takes is one issue that somehow was missed or just more often comes to light at a later date, and that new homeowner is totally hosed. They might not even own the property. What you actually need is some kind of a guarantee. Title insurance policies are meant to protect you from those unknowns so that everyone involved can rest assured that the sale was legal. And if something inside your coverage comes up at a later date which says otherwise, well, it's the title insurance company that eats those costs, not you. Okay, so this video is already pretty long, but stick with me for one last metaphor that I think is going to help you remember this forever. Imagine a world where anytime a new romantic relationship began, there was a third party that you could hire who would come in and personally guarantee to remove all baggage from each person's history so that it would never affect the relationship negatively. But not only that, if it ever started to, that third party would step in and be able to magically take on all of the stress and burden associated with that so that you would never have to. Would you hire that company if it existed? I would. And that is what title insurance does for real estate transactions. Hey, thanks so much for watching. We only covered title in this video, but there is another side to that coin, and that's escrow. And there's a reason why most title and escrow companies are one and the same, and that's just because the jobs are really closely related. I'll cover that in my next video.